What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this channel. So today we're talking about Euphoria episode 7, the theater, and it's double. Like always, this will be a traditional review where I give you guys my rating at the end, talk about the things I liked, dissect some things, and then we talk about the episode at the end. So if you guys enjoy this review, please make sure to like it. Please subscribe if you are new. But let's talk about Euphoria episode 7. So right away, let's talk about how this is Lexi's episode. Like the director said, Lexi has never felt like she's been a part of anything. She always felt like she was looking in on everything else. And this play sort of conveys that. It's how she copes with everything by putting on this play of pretty much Euphoria. This episode felt like a recap of season 1 and everything that's been going on, while also adding a lot more insight to pretty much every single character, while also being like really funny at the same time. This is probably one of the funniest episodes of Euphoria so far. Very comical at times. Lexi was great. There's also a lot of tension here. Everything with Fez, how it ended off, where we don't even know like what happened to Fez, as we know he didn't show up to the play. That's crazy. That's probably one of the main things we're looking forward to seeing in the next episode. So let's talk about the beginning. We see that it starts out, it's like Rue's father's memorial, right? It's like a wake for her father. I thought this was a great way to start it, how we're able to like, see Lexi and Rue. They obviously look younger. I love how the show is able to make these characters look pretty young. It's pretty impressive. And then it pans out and we see the play, just telling us right off the bat like what kind of episode this is going to be as we go back and forth between the play and also seeing what happened, in like a real time. I love how this episode also gives us more insight on the relationship between Rue and Lexi. That's something that we never really got to see in season 1. We always heard like, oh yeah, Lexi and Rue, they used to be best friends, and then something happened. We didn't really know like what that downfall was, or like how they ended up like breaking apart, or growing apart from each other, like Lexi says. And I love just seeing more insight on that. I thought it was really cool, really interesting. And then also all the scenes with like we got to see Rue's father, we got to see Cassie and Lexi's father. A lot of scenes there, and there's like a lot of just what I realized with the show is that almost all these characters have some sort of parental issues, right? Almost all of them, don't like their parents, or like not that they don't like their parents, but they all have issues with their parents in some way. Cassie and Lexi, they obviously, I don't think they resent their mother for drinking. They probably do resent that side of her, but I think they still love their mother as well. And then we get that scene with their father, how he was a big heavy drinker as well. You just saw he was passed out in the park during the daytime. Then he was like drunk driving with them. Cassie was obviously more closer with him, as we saw with that dance between them. We get to see Maddie, that one scene where she crawls into Cassie's bed in the play, and she's crying about her parents. So it's like her parents are arguing. Rue obviously adored her father. She now is having troubles with her mom. She obviously loves her mom. It's just that when she has like those withdrawals and her mom is trying to help her, she like resents that, I guess. And then maybe like Kat is the only character who doesn't have problems. But as we see, Nate has problems with his father. Jules, I don't know. We haven't really gotten much insight into her parents. Let's just keep talking about the episode. So the big thing about this episode is that we see the doppelgangers of everyone for this play, right? I thought this was really impressive again. The actual set designs of the play was impressive. Like that one scene where it shows the locker room, and it's like Lexi's walking, we see it going around. That was like a cool set design. I actually enjoyed watching that. And the play in general was like something that I wouldn't mind watching in real life as well. Like it was actually done pretty well. And like I said, it was funny. And then after this, like I said, one of the big things of the episode was seeing Fez and Ash, Faye and her boyfriend. Like all that stuff was really good. Great tension between Ash and the boyfriend. Like Ash definitely saw Faye and the boyfriend talking. He knew something was going on, so he's just eyeing up the boyfriend now. And we'll talk about, what maybe will happen in the next episode. But I just love this tension here. We also get a great scene between Rue and her mom. And it's like them talking. Rue's mom's pretty much saying, like, if you want to go and kill yourself, then go and kill yourself. Because, like, I see your influence on Gia, and I'm not going to lose her, too. She says something along the lines of, like, I'm not going to lose 2 daughters. If I'm able to save one, but the other one has to die, then that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to have to happen. Like, she pretty much says that to Rue. And Rue is just like, okay, like she respects her mom's decision, Rue's just at that point to where, like, I think she knows, like, she can't stop doing drugs. At least, like, that's what she thinks. So she's, like, being honest with herself. And she's like, if my mom doesn't want to lose 2 daughters, and that's her decision. But it's just kind of crazy to think that Rue's mom is, like, at that point now. But, she has no other choice. If she sees Gia, like, she's getting detention, like, she's acting up, then she's got to save her as well. Rue's sort of like a lost cause right now in her head. We also get to see some of the aftermath of when Maddie found out about Cassie and Nate, when Rue sort of told all them, Cassie's like hiding in the bathroom. There wasn't too much there. I thought we were going to see a little bit more. I want to see more of that aftermath, but it was just showing how mad Maddie was. After this, Cassie walks out of the play. She goes into the bathroom, and pretty much her whole character gets summed up in one image as she's trying to like fake a smile, but as she's smiling, like a tear comes down. That image of her like sums up her whole character, you know? So I thought that was really well done to be put in this episode. Having that character image of Cassie, you know, was pretty strong. And then also in the middle of this episode, we get like the scene where Cassie and Nate are like in bed. Nate falls asleep and he has a nightmare of like Cal banging him in the ass, you know? And I guess like that's what he's scared of. This is like sort of an interesting scene for if someone wants to like actually dissect it. You know, like what is Nate like actually fearful of? Is he fearful of like his homosexuality, which I think he is obviously, but then like also his dad, who's also homosexual, like maybe he's afraid of like, I don't know, like I don't even know how to describe it because it's pretty like sickening to think of. But then after this, we get to see what Jules does with the tape. As we know from last episode, Nate gave Jules the tape. Jules destroys it, so I guess that tape is pretty much done now, unless someone like made a copy that we didn't see. That tape is done. And then, you know, another thing I like this episode is that Lexi acting as the director, like that was funny as well. And like the after show promo thing, if anyone watches that, Lexi says that she used to actually be a director of her play in high school, and she acted sort of like a tyrant. So they were playing into that for Lexi's character, and I thought it was funny. And then at the end, we get like that whole gay workout last scene of the play. I thought that was actually, not only was it again impressive, like the choreography, like the music, the lighting, like everything, the directing, it was just straight up funny as well. Like seeing Nate's reaction, seeing him get angry. It was just a really good scene. I enjoyed it. It was a great way to cap off the play. And then Nate storms out, gets mad at Cassie. So as we know, like Cassie's gonna get mad at Lexi now, and I think the promo for the next play looks like Cassie's gonna like storm the stage maybe and start yelling or go after Lexi or something like that along those lines. And then the episode ends where we don't know like where Fez was this whole time, like what happened to Fez, and it's gonna be crazy to see. So my rating for this episode is a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was an incredible episode. Like I said, it's hilarious. I love the style of the whole, you know, showing us Lexi's thoughts through like this play, you know, like her interpretation of all these events, all these characters through this play. I thought it was really smart. It was different, unique. I enjoyed it. And seeing everyone's reaction to the play as well was funny. I also liked how it wasn't only just a recap of some things, like it sort of felt like a homage to like season 1 in a way, but also adding a lot to these characters as we got to find out more insight about, you know, Maddie, Nate, everyone. Pretty much everyone we got to learn more about, you know, in little crumbs of stuff. But now we only have one episode left. Now the season finale is next week, and it's going to be crazy. I saw the promo. It's got, you know, like Fez looks like he might be getting arrested. I don't think they're going to kill him. I think that would just be a bad decision too. I said that in the beginning of the season. I said I think Fez is going to die because we got the background on him. They were setting up the Lexi and Fez relationship. They were like pretty much telling us like, oh, you guys like this couple so much? Yeah, something's bad's going to happen. We're going to like break all your hearts. You knew that was coming. And but I think he'll get arrested. I feel like maybe Ash may do something to the boyfriend. You know, the boyfriend's probably wearing a wire right now. Maybe the cops are like right outside the door, like in a van listening in. Maybe they rush in and arrest both of them. But there's also an image of like a gun being triggered. We don't see who's triggering the gun, but we see it about to be triggered. I'm thinking that could be Ash. Maybe it's Nate. As we know, Nate does have that gun. He does have bullets. Maybe Nate does something drastic like that, but I don't see it happening as well. The gun has to be something to do with Fez or Ash. Maybe Ash shoots the boyfriend or something like that, and that's when the cops come in. Who knows? Everything else, like I'm excited to see what happens with Rue, with like her drugs. I don't think we're gonna get like a full-on conclusion to that at all in this season. Seeing the fallout between Cassie and Lexi should be good. But that's pretty much it. I don't know what else they could do. I guess we'll just find out. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it. Please subscribe for new, and leave some comments down below. What do you guys think is gonna happen in the season finale? What have you thought of this episode? Obviously, and that's pretty much it. So, like always, have a great rest of the day, and I will see you all in the next video.